Hey guys, Taylor and Grant here. We have a jerk seminar, which is a part of the CrossFitters of Knoxville seminar series coming up this Sunday at 9 a.m. We wanted to give you guys a little teaser about what our jerk seminar is going to be all about. So without further ado, here is Taylor Lehman going to talk to you a little bit about the philosophy, or our philosophy, for the jerk.
Hey there, guys. We've noticed over the last several years a lot of CrossFitters tend to make a few common mistakes when it comes to the split jerk. Number one being kind of how they approach it. So CrossFitters, we all tend to spend lots of time worrying about our clean numbers, our snatch numbers, working our technique, spending extra time in the gym on those things, and the jerk kind of remains an afterthought. Really, the jerk is just as important as the clean or the snatch, and in that regard it's much more like the snatch in that it requires a lot of technique, a lot of thought, and it's a fickle mistress, if you will, in that some days it's good, some days it's really bad. And now we're going to show you some common errors we see.
A fickle mistress indeed. So I'm going to start here in front. We're going to talk about that rack position. So a really common mistake we see is our athletes standing their cleanup or taking out of the rack if they're going to be doing racks or jerks from the rack, and they're in a front squat position. They only have a few fingers on the bar, or sometimes we'll even see you go and put all your fingers on the bar, Taylor, but just have your elbows real high. We'll see them here. And so this is a great rack position for a front squat, and also Taylor could have a really good dip drive here, but he's not going to have his arms in a mechanically advantageous position to push himself down. And that's really what's happening on the jerk. You're driving it up off of the rack position, and you're using those arms to push yourself down under the bar into your split, or into your power position, or into your squat jerk, whatever it is you might do. So making sure that you get into a proper rack position. So Taylor's gonna show you that. He comes under, the bar is on his shoulders, it's on his clavicles, on his collarbones. He has a really solid rack position there from which to dip and drive, but his elbows are also down and out now, and his forearms are a little bit more vertical. So go ahead and step back some more, Tay, and we'll talk about this setup position now. So from a profile view here, I'm looking at Taylor from the side. That barbell, if I were to draw a line or have a kind of a plumb line drop from the end of the barbell, it should be over the middle of his foot. And so we might shift him back just slightly, maybe right there. And what this is going to do is going to keep that bar on the frontal plane now as he dips and drives. So we want to make sure that weight is back towards the heels, barbell is right over hips, which is right over middle of the foot. And that's where we need to start that movement. That's where we enter the movement tunnel, if you will. If we can enter it in a good position, chances are that we usually come out in a good position as well. So we're just going to show you a jerk dip squat, and we're going to pause at the bottom of it. So he dips and he pauses. His dip is only a couple of inches, and his torso remained perfectly vertical during that dip. So bar is still in the frontal plane, still centered over the middle of his foot, and then it's just going to stand up. Good. Do another one with a pause and stand. Good. So now just at a squat tempo, Taylor, if you'll just do a jerk dip squat with no pause, go ahead. Good, and one more. Perfect, go ahead and re-rack. And so on Sunday, we're gonna spend some time first on the rack position, then we're gonna spend some time on your setup before your dip drive, then we're gonna spend some time on your dip, and then subsequently on your drive, and then after that, we're going to talk about getting under the bar into that split or that punch under, and finally the recover from your jerk. Taylor, would you have anything to add to that?
That's it.
All right. Hopefully we'll see you guys Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Get signed up. We'll put a link out with this video, crossfitktown.com/seminars. This is the first installment of 2017 of the CrossFitters of Knoxville seminar series. So we hope to see you guys out there. Thanks.